Hello brother, welcome to this video. Today, this video I made to be a invite to have you share your progress with me as I do mine with you. And for starters, let me just say, recently work has been going really slowly. I am really ashamed to say that I kind of goofed off for a few days. I was 36 pages in, now I'm only 56 in, and that was in a span of 5 days. That would put me on an average of around 4 pages a day, which is kind of bad. But I still have the rest of today to make all of that up. We'll hopefully reach something around 60 or so, 61 I'd presume, and that would put me at around a progression rate of 5 pages a day for those last 5 days that I've been absent on this channel for. Okay, as usual, let's do our ritual. I'm gonna read you my few lines and that'll give you an idea of the progression. Okay, what do I describe to you? This one I think would suffice. Beside the point he stopped on, beside the point he stopped at, was an amazing view of the stars in the changing blues, clouds like in those Renaissance paintings, and a calm sea that reflected these. The moon today was nowhere to be seen. The lushes of the coconut canopy and the sand that was beach now turned blue in hue. Besides this view was a boulder locked cave. Scott put me down slowly, with the bag straps still in his mouth. He stood there in front of the entry, wagging his tail intensely as he inspected it. Okay, that was like my paragraph to you for the day, and I do hope that brings out some fire inside you to work, put in the hours, and enjoy writing yet again. And yeah, this was kind of an illustration I did. And I do have more to show you, by the way. I'm not gonna show you everything, but I did draw a really cool bird, and I thought it would be a shame if I didn't show you. This is kind of gonna be in the story. This was something of a poster I did for it, no big deal. I just sat there, I drew away, and this magically appeared on paper, as it always happens. I'm not gonna show you a lot of these things. No, you're not gonna see that. This. I don't know how I designed it, but I did somehow. And I think it is pretty damn cool. Not basically because of the design alone, but because of the functionality that this design entails. So it's gonna have like sparks when it's flying off and stuff like that. Even if it did that in real life right now in our reality. And I also designed a map. I actually had the map in my head for a very long time. I just didn't draw it out on paper, at least not fully. I drew out three regions. There are more. There are many more regions. And they are in my head. They're not on paper yet. And voila, that was literally what I did in the gap of these few days. And yep. How did your stuff go? I encourage you to walk downstairs to the comment section and find a place where it's kind of empty, and just push your note into the comments box and climb back upstairs, continue watching. As usual, I want to give you my 2 cents on something. Yeah, we're gonna talk about power relationships in characters today. I kind of learned this from this book called The 48 Laws of Power. Everything that guy says there are kind of based off of a few principles. So if we kind of understand these, we'll know how different characters can basically play with each other. And since this guy who wrote the book, Robert Greene, is a playwright, we'll get an idea of how they kind of script these in the films and stuff, I'd assume. Is that what a playwright does? playwright in the olden days would have written plays. Now I'd assume the playwrights write movies. Wait, that's a screenwriter. Anyways, so we'll get an idea of power relationships today, and let me actually start that out right now. Power relationships. How do different characters interact, my guy? Well, you could say that there are characters of power and characters of lesser power. But that would be an oppressor oppressed way of looking at it. That's kind of very one dimensional. There is equals, there is oppressor oppressed, there is oppressed oppressor, and there are a million different combinations of those. And there's basically a guy in power and there's a guy in need of power, and the exchange happens. So let me actually tell you what power is. In the end, when you have power over somebody, you say you are in control of their actions in that one particular place of measure. And power is basically dependency. So if one character is dependent on another character, one character will do whatever the hell the other character would like of them to do to get a piece of themselves back, or get a piece of something for themselves back. And voila, that was first thing, dependency. And the second thing, an illusion of dependency. An illusion of dependency is basically something like this. You show to others that you could be doing so much more, and they expect more of you, but in reality, you are just being a nonchalant guy. What's nonchalance, my guy? Well, nonchalance would basically imply that you are essentially what? Yeah, you are essentially making it look easy. It's basically when John Cena fights everyone in the ring, he kind of makes it look easy, but it's not really easy fighting in the ring. Though he's on PDs and steroids, that's a different story for another day. Okay, so that's the idea of the second thing, illusion of power. Like you could be doing so much more, and people won't want to test your limits because nobody goes up to a snake and says, "Bite me, you could be doing more." Nobody does that. So you'll end up with them having less control over you because you look like a guy who can do so much more. And that is basically something you can apply to your characters as well. Another thing is a play with insecurities. Like, just imagine two people, like two random dudes on the street. You go up to one of them and tell him, your hair looks ugly as hell, when his hair actually looks ugly as hell. He's likely to respond to you in a very bad manner. And if you go ahead and tell to that guy, "Bro, you good?" No, "Bro, you got a good haircut there," he's likely to respond in a more positive way, though that wouldn't be the truth. So people have kind of these things called insecurities, and how different characters play with those insecurities essentially determine part of their relationship. And another thing is making yourself look powerless while in reality you are manipulating the other guy in power. Like, say, the other guy feels as if he has all control over you and he is above you, let's just say, and he will feel superior to you. So if you ask him for something and he's unable to give that to you, he will feel like he's being insecure or something. Because, well, I'm so big, why can't I give to somebody so small? That's also a way of portraying power. And all the rules that are mentioned in the book are extensions of these things. Power, illusion of power, looking like you're an absolute dumb piece of shit while in reality you're the guy behind the curtains. Okay, that is just power laws or something? No, those aren't power laws. These are like the fundamental principles on which power lays on top of. Like if somebody depends on you for something, you're powerful. If somebody expects to have less control of you because if they try harder, you're gonna be on top of them. No, not in that meaning, but you're gonna be on top of them the next time. So they won't dare provoke you with more work. And then, who's the other guy? Oh yeah, the other thing. It's to actually look powerless and control everybody. like Kabuto and Orochimaru. Let's just say. I should stop with that accent. Kabuto and Orochimaru. These two people master apprentice. But who started the fourth great ninja war? No, not Orochimaru. It was Kabuto. So he basically took what he needed and he just ran away. That's it. And the other thing is, that's it. That's the power laws, that's the progress report, and that's everything for this video. I've been slacking off on making videos recently, but not on writing. I've been doing that pretty well. I'll make more videos, and I'll try to make videos that are less dopaminergic and more entertaining somehow. I don't know how those two things are gonna go well together. We'll see. Here's a fist bump, and I'm gonna send you off. It's most likely the case that I'm gonna use your curiosity system and not your boom boom bada bam pleasure system. That's it. Bye.